What's good, my souls of thought family? You know your boy had to come to you with the breaking news that was broken yesterday. Y'all know I had to come here. As you can see behind me, we got Shedeur Sanders. We got the prime times at the top. We got the Shedeur merch. We still legendary over here, but we still have to hold people accountable. Before we jump into this video today, please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you can turn on that notification bell if you're looking to see every time we drop. But your boy got off of work and came straight to the lab. We had to cook this one up, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this. We're going to be reacting to two different videos, but you will see that. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into the nitty gritty, and we're going to show you where it all started.
Yeah. See, like, I'm happy you asked that question. You got to understand, when you get the work done, and that's why you drop the YouTube video Day in the Life, we work out, we eat, we watch film. After that, you got all these hours to yourself. So why would somebody criticize you for being at home and being able to express yourself the way you want to express yourself? Rather than you could be out being wild, doing all this type of stuff, driving as fast as you can on the road, doing anything wild. So it's like, if anything, I feel like some GMs, they appreciate that you're and being able to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Rather than you could be out being wild, doing all this type of stuff, driving as fast as you can on the road, doing anything wild. So it's like,
Words will always come back to haunt you. And this hurts my soul to have to talk about my guy Shedeur, man. This hurts my soul. This hurts my soul that I even have to make this video. Everybody who follows my channel know I made the video about Kyron Lacey, Henry Ruggs, all these people who are getting behind the wheel doing foolish things. But we have to bring everybody to the front of the congregation. We have to hold everyone accountable. I was listening to Coach JB show with Big Smitty this morning, and Smitty gave the same take. I know Coach JB did not like the energy that Smitty had. With that being said, you don't have to be outlandish to tell people what they did was wrong. That video I just showed you was Shedeur Sanders telling scouts why they should pick him in the draft, why they shouldn't pass over him in the draft. And he made the statement himself. Why not be a creative? Why not be in the lab? Shedeur, that's where you should have been, brother. This is not perfect timing. This is bad timing. And we're gonna keep hearing other people's opinions. We're gonna first start off with the faculty, hear what they got to say, see what Shady and them got to say over here on their side of things. And then we're going to end it off with Colin Cowherd, and then I'm going to give you guys my closing remarks. But we got to hold everybody to the same fire. I make videos about other athletes. Shedeur, I'm one of your biggest fans, big dog, but this just ain't a good look.
Free, Shady, and that is one of them. Shady, how bad of a look is Shedeur Sanders 100-mile-per-hour speeding ticket?
Oh, that's 100? Shoot, I got him beat. Let me tell you something, right? Now, the first thing I checked was he drinking?
That's it.
Yeah.
Nope.
First thing I checked. Yep.
Was he high?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, so he's another 21, 22-year-old kid that got some money that's checking out the car, because I did that. And the funny thing is, a lot of players I played with, they did that. And it's not, let's make it okay, but people on TV, right, viewers out there, you got kids, you got cousins, you got nephews, you got nieces, they might get the same type of speeding ticket. The difference is he might got a couple M's in his pocket, so now his car might be a little faster. So now you might be going 85 and a 65, but he gonna go 105 and a 65. So I don't make a big deal of this thing, man. They're gonna talk to him about it. Hey, you can be better. But that's what that is every day, a 22-year-old kid being a 22-year-old kid that got some money.
Yeah, I agree with Shady a lot. I can't excuse it in its entirety because at the end of the day, going 100 miles per hour, nothing good's going to happen when you're going that fast. I can't excuse it in its entirety. But to Shady's point, I did things like that when I was 23, 24. 21, 22. The brain doesn't even fully develop, many psychologists would suggest, until 25. So I don't think it's a good look, obviously. It's not that bad of a look, but it does make me cognizant of, like, this is what you sign up for when you sign up for a 23-year-old on your team. Now, you also sign up for the athleticism. You sign up for the fact that they probably won't get hurt as often. You sign up for they don't have to stretch or sit in the sauna before they go out to practice. They can just get up and go. You sign up for that spry youth as well. But that's why they say, what is it? Youth is wasted on the young. Because this is what you sign up for. I doubt Joe Flacco is speeding 100 miles an hour, but I don't know if his heart can take it. James Jones is 40. He can attest to. I don't know. Can 40-year-olds go that fast, James?
I have gotten speeding tickets for rolling. And I was over 25. And my brain was fully developed.
So, like, I don't think it's not a good look, but it's just immaturity. That's all it is. It's immaturity. Like, I used to go that fast when I was that young. Now I'd be scared to drive that fast. Like, I'm just too scared to go that fast. I don't know if y'all heard of the Autobahn or been on the Autobahn. The Autobahn in Germany, it has no speed limit.
Yep.
I was flying back from overseas about 2 months ago. We were on vacation. I'm in Germany. I'm going to some pub just because it was late at night. I wanted to eat before my flight. And I'm on the Autobahn. And I'm sitting there next to my chief of staff. And we're going so fast. I text her. I was like, I don't feel safe. I want to slow down. And I'm like, God, Acho, you old.
Man.
Like, back when I was 20, I would have loved the Autobahn, no speed limit. Now I'm going 115, and all I'm thinking about is, like, what if a tire pops?
Yep.
What if somebody, I'm just like, but I'm just old now. Like, I'm just old. When I was 22, 23, I would have loved it.
And the only thing about that real quick is, only thing I do hate about the situation is that they're going to find a way to make this about football, right? And instead of talking how good he's playing in OTAs, how he's playing so well that as a fifth rounder, we talking about, hey, let's split some of these reps up with the one.
They're going to find a way to make it about football because of that first video I showed you guys. Shedeur sold himself as the athlete who does not have off the field problems or concerns. Let me say that again. Shedeur sold himself at his combine, at that pro day, that he was an athlete who creates music, who stays in the house, who doesn't do these type of things. That's why they're going to take it back to football, because everything that was sold, every way that he sold himself, he now sold himself out. So we got to be realistic. I understand that a lot of people are going to be upset because of the way people are making jokes about it, but this is serious, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about this. We have young men who have lost their lives, other people who have lost their lives from people speeding. We have the young man Henry Ruggs out there in Las Vegas who's trying to get back on with the Raiders. We have to do better, y'all, and I have to hold Shedeur accountable. Just because I love you as a fan, I love you as a quarterback, you still my guy, but we still have to hold people accountable. I'm not saying anything negative about you. I just feel that we have to hold people accountable, and I know he knows better, and I'm sure he regrets the decision right after it was made.
We're not going to talk about that. Oh, he's immature. How can he lead a team if he's driving? They're going to find a way to make an excuse for Shedeur, and I hate that. But other than that, that's just a young kid being a young kid.
First off, the main thing that he needs to understand, number one, this is a lesson. He's not the first person to get a speeding ticket. It's not that big of a deal. But a couple things for me right here. Coach Mike always used to tell us the coaches hated the off season because you weren't under their roof. We don't know what Shady Acho doing. We don't know what JJ out there doing, right? So we know they got to be at practice early. We know they probably going to bed and all. We don't know what they doing. So you're scared in the off season because these dudes is up late, they chilling with their homies, all that. Bad things can happen. So number one, get your butt in the house at a good time, right? Because it's lessons. Number two, Mama used to tell me a lot of stuff, but Grandma taught me a lot too.
Okay, what Grandma say?
And Grandma always used to tell me once I started making plays and all that in college, she said, grandson, it's a lot of people want to see you lose. Don't give them any opportunity to see you lose. Handle your business the right way. Right now, Shedeur, you are winning. You are playing well. You handle yourself off the field well, because let's not get it twisted. Shedeur has been perfect in every situation to the media. This is his first little.
And that's what people have to understand. It's not about what you did in the past. It's about what have you done for me lately. And lately, at first, he was playing well. He was doing great OTA stats. But currently, the most current thing that's going to be on the staff's mind is this young man is out here driving very fast in very expensive vehicles. So we gotta keep the main thing the main thing. I respect everybody's opinion about it. With that being said, I just want people to understand that he knocked himself down a few notches with this one. And the only thing I could think about was, man, you said this stuff at Pro Day. You said this stuff at the Combine that you were different. You don't do these off-field things. Now coaches are like, man, what else would he do? Or what else has he done that he just haven't got caught for? And I think I seen something. It could have been fake. AI put so much fake information out there now, so we don't know what's actually going on. But I also seen that he had another ticket in Medina. I'm familiar with the Ohio area. I actually recruited out there for 4.5 years, so I'm very familiar with the Ohio area. He was in Strongsville for this 100-mile-an-hour ticket, and then they said he also had one in Medina. So we'll see how that goes, man. Let's hear what Colin Cowherd has to say about this thing, and then we're going to wrap it on up, man. We're going to wrap it on up.
I warned Cleveland about Johnny Manziel. Colin, you're overreacting. Uncle Colin was right. I warned you that Baker was good, but too immature. I was right on that, too, and Stefanski eventually showed him the door. Baker now has grown up. I like this Baker, but I was right. And I was right about Deshaun Watson. Creepy, cringy. That's not a leader at that position. So yesterday, Shedeur Sanders got caught speeding over 100 miles an hour. He's a quarterback. Mike Tomlin often says 2 is a trend. Can't screw up 3 or 4 times. 2 is a trend. Just 2 times. I'm not sure if I need 2 times when you're a young quarterback. 1 bad judgment turns me off. But I have now, in the last couple of months, 2 things that really turn me off with Shedeur Sanders, who I have championed. That cringy, awful, legendary draft room. Bro, you're a B prospect. You know, your dad's prime time, who led with his ego for years. You got to have a little self-awareness. I had more than one GM say, total turnoff. Come on, it's not the end of the world. It's a bad look. And now this. 100 miles an hour. Yep. All you fanboys, go ahead. Manziel, Baker, Deshaun Watson, defended it to the hilt on your Reddit account. Sorry. Don't minimize it. Don't pander. This is not good for a quarterback. Not good. As of today, and I've said this for years, I do not cling to opinions. New information, new opinion. I'm an airline pilot. We got a storm coming. Here's the latest radar. I'm changing my route, not flying headfirst into it. I don't think about him the same. There was a moment I thought Will Levis, about 4 months out from the draft, had a chance. And I turned on Will Levis when he started showing up like a bodybuilder, gun show. And I had 2 NFL coaches, both needing quarterbacks, who text me, got my number and text me. They're like, this is the exact conversation we are having in our building right now. 2 NFL coaches, head coaches. They're like, bro, we're laughing watching this. It matters. New information. Legendary. 100 miles an hour. Judgment is 50% of being a quarterback. When you fall to 144 in the draft and then try to match that number behind the wheel of a car, yeah, I don't think the same. You ignored signs with Manziel and Baker. And apparently, based on the traffic violation, Shedeur was avoiding some signs too. The ones that say stop. I feel differently today. I'm not as high on him. I'm not sure he's mature enough. Now I'm going to have to like Kenny Pickett. J-Mac.
Oh, boy. I'm laughing at Kenny Pickett, not obviously the Shedeur situation.
So as you can see there, man, I wanted to close it out with Colin Cowherd. He always keeps it real. He literally started off saying that this was a B quarterback. Got the stats, looked at the rookie mini camp, look at OTA stat. He was like, hey, man, I think this guy got a chance to be a starter. And this mistake right here could have cost Shedeur everything. And this is what people fail to understand. These are my closing remarks here. Everybody doesn't have the same pathway. And we always say this, especially in the Black community, that we have to work harder, we have to be better. So when we know these things, we should always be thinking about that in the back of our head. This just kept Dillon Gabriel, who is not a better quarterback than Shedeur, ahead of Shedeur. This just let the Cleveland Browns think, man, should we keep Kenny Pickett and let Shedeur go after the preseason? Maybe other teams will pick him up like the Colts, or maybe he'll have other options out there. We have to be smart making decisions. And I don't know who out there with Shedeur. I want to say Bugs is out there with Shedeur. No, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the guy who y'all normally would see with Travis Hunter all the time. But Bug, man, we need to put something out. We need Shedeur to come out with something. Speak for yourself, man. Don't let everybody speak for you. Don't let me speak for you. Don't let people speak for you. And don't let the people who are downplaying it make you feel a little bit comfortable about it. And then don't let people like Colin, who's like saying like, hey, you missed some signs, put you down. But you have to come out here and use your voice. This is why social media is so powerful now. You have a voice that you now can use. Shedeur, this is time for you to be legendary. Hold yourself accountable. Come out. Say what happened. Give a public, you know what? Man, you're going to have to give a public apology, man. I know we talked about this too, about Todd Chrisley doing a social media tour instead of an apology tour like Jonathan Majors. With that being said, this is a totally different scenario. I don't want to compare apples to oranges. You have a career that you're trying to solidify. Don't let your off-field antics outshine your on-field talent, man. And lastly, but not least, he said something very important when you listen to Colin Cowherd. He said this. He said, Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield. The only thing different that Baker Mayfield had over Johnny Manziel is that it wasn't too much to deal with. He just wasn't mature enough yet to lead the team. As we see with Tampa Bay, his talent definitely is there. He definitely can lead a team, and he definitely can be a quarterback in the NFL. Johnny Manziel just had a bunch of other personal stuff. He had multiple incidents that just spiraled out of control. With that being said, we are now living in a technology age where everything is seen and heard. So every time someone else does something that has already been done, the tolerance level gets lower and lower and lower. So for every quarterback who comes into the NFL, get you a driver, get you not even quarterback, just players in general. And this has to be said, if you're an African-American player, definitely get you a driver if you're a top 10 pick, first round, or if you have the celebrity status of a Shedeur Sanders. We're going to keep it legendary over here. It's still perfect timing, baby. This was just a bad time for a bad thing to happen, but only you could bounce back. But I would highly encourage Shedeur, if you watch this, man, to make sure you use your voice to sell your story. Don't let everybody speak for you, man. Again, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you guys. We appreciate your support on Souls of Thought. Shout out to my boy Uncle Plug TV. Shout out to my boy Classic Codes. Y'all go check out their channels. But most importantly, as I always leave every video, God loves you, which is most importantly. I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.